Hi, welcome to Abby's Book Reviews. This is my marked wrap-up. I managed to read quite a lot this month. I'm not entirely sure how I did it. I feel like there were a couple of books that I just flew through. After the first physical book, I was really worried because it took me quite a long time to get through that, but yeah, I'm really pleased with what I managed to do this month. So first up, I finished listening to The Vanishing Stair by Maureen Johnson. This is the second in the Truly Devious trilogy, and oh my gosh, it was so good. The first one was amazing, but the second one was something else, and really looking forward to what the third one brings. Then I read The Five by Hallie Rubenhold. This is the untold lives of the women killed by Jack the Ripper. This is a non-fiction. I don't normally read non-fiction, hence why this took me quite a long time to read. I have a feeling it took me like 2 weeks or something to get through this, or nearing that. I can't remember exactly how long. It is really, really interesting. Highly recommend you read it. You don't really think about the women that he killed, and you don't really think about like their lives and stuff. You just go with what you're told, and it's so not true. Really interesting to actually find out more about them. Then I finished listening to The Mark of Athena, which is book number 3 in Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan. It's the third of 5, and yeah, the story has definitely got going. Really interested to see what happens as they go explore a different part of the world and see what other myths we can have come up. I love the fact that we get more backstory and unknown or lesser known Roman and Greek myths and legends. That's pretty cool. Then I read To Bless the Boys by Mary Webber. This was a fairy loot book, which I was really, it sounded amazing when I got it, and then for some reason I put it off for quite a while. It's as good as I thought it was going to be. I've never read anything by Mary, but just reading the blurb I was like, this is going to be really, really good, and it was really, really good. So feminist, but I love the little love twist in there. I also loved like the scientific element as well. Really highly enjoyed this and would recommend it. Then I read the February Fairy Loot Book of the Month, which was The Shadows Between Us by Trisha Levenseller. I've been waiting for this for like over a year since Trisha announced it, so I knew as soon as I got it out of the Fairy Loot box it had to be really high up my TBR. And I think it was actually the next book I read once I unboxed it. Trisha did not disappoint. I love this so much. Alexandra is just really kick-ass. Seen since a couple of people be like, oh, she's so whiny and me. I know everyone has their own opinions, but I just think she's really sassy. Trisha, when's the next one out? Then I finally picked up Only Love Can Break Your Heart by Catherine Webber. I've had this one since last summer. Really enjoyed it. As you guys know, I don't particularly read that much contemporary, which I went on a little bit of a fantasy binge, 2 books binge. Really enjoyed this and really liked getting a kind of inside perspective on it, because Catherine used to live in Palm Springs, so really enjoyed that aspect. Then I reread The Company of 8 by Harriet Whitehorn. This is the first in at least a trilogy, I want to say, if not more. I read it 2018? Maybe 2019? I can't remember when I read it. The first time. I really enjoyed it, and I loved going back into this world and rereading this. Highly enjoy it. I think it's more a YA than a middle grade. I don't know, for some reason I've got it down that it's a middle grade, but I don't think it is. And then I read The Conspiracy of Magic by Harriet Whitehorn. This is the second in the Company of 8 series, and I really liked getting to explore more of the world and getting to see some of the old characters back, and yeah, really enjoyed it. Missed a couple of characters though, and I definitely cried so much at one point. But yeah, highly recommend the series. The Knight of Knives, which is the second in the Steel Prince comic graphic novel series by V. Schwab. It's a prequel graphic novel trilogy to the Shades of Magic trilogy, and the artwork is stunning, the storyline is awesome, and cannot wait for the third one. Everless by Sarah Holland. This was a Fairy Loot book, December 2018, I want to say. So it's been quite a while since it came out and I haven't picked it up. I really enjoyed it. I didn't know what to really expect going in, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm going to look out for stuff from Sarah from now on. Evermore by Sarah Holland, which is the second in the Everless duology, and oh my gosh, just I really liked being able to like binge both these books at the same time. I really enjoyed this series and cannot wait for more from Sarah. Then I read The Treatment by C.A.L. Taylor. This is her YA debut. She has written quite a few adult mystery thrillers, more thrillers. This, oh my gosh, so good, so weird at the same time. It's about a school where they're being brainwashed, and she gets a note off this stranger from her brother who is at this school, and she basically infiltrates it and tries to get her brother out. Really interesting, also really scary. And then finally for the month I read House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig. This was an Owl Crate book from the summer. Really enjoyed it. It's a retelling of The 12 Princesses, which I've heard of, but I've never read it or listened to it or anything. Really interesting, and such a cool concept of being on like islands, and it's like almost I don't want to say pirate lord because he's not a pirate, but like sea lord in a way, you know, and having that sea aspect to it just made my heart sing because I love stuff to do with the sea. Highly recommend this. It's really good. That was it for my March wrap up. Yeah, managed to read quite a bit. Really pleased with the books that I read as well. There was nothing that was bad. Everything, I'm pretty sure I rated everything like a 4 or a 5 that I read. Yeah, had a good month. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It would make my day. Enjoy the book you're reading, and I will speak to you soon.